Morning, people. It is Wednesday, the 4th of January. Happy New Year. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And you know what? I love that, the first episode of the year, the Nigerians are very much present.
That's right.
Brent is an honorary Nigerian. He loves it anyway. But I am one of your lovely, lovely hosts, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That is right. Before we get into all of this here, guys, like the video, okay? Let's start the year on good energy. Let's start the show on good, great vibes. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. This year, you guys need to get us... I love Mark so much. Why have you got shorts on? It's winter. Huh? It's actually winter. He walked in and I saw his kneecaps. I said, yeah, you're done. But no, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also go and check out our Twitter page, the day after TNB, and kindly retweet the last tweet, okay? It's a synopsis of what we're going to be talking about today. Just do all that great stuff. It helps to share the content. It helps our algorithm, helps all that great stuff, helps us to grow. And I know you guys want us to grow because you know witches. So
and please get in the habit of doing it daily. Make it a routine.
Please. That will be lovely and that will be appreciated. But I hope you guys had a lovely new year. Happy New Year to all. Caught on camera and everything. You're funny bone. I don't get the whole funny bone concept. It's very, very silly.
I'm not funny about it.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about it. How are you? You need a moment?
I'm in pain.
Yeah, I could tell.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
That's good. Everyone good?
Everybody all right?
Yeah, man.
How's everyone's new year?
Rubbish, man.
Rubbish? Why?
I didn't do that.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Oh, no, I'm not complaining.
I know, but it's what you said, like, rubbish, man. Like, you're prevented from doing something.
I prevented myself from doing that. It's overrated. I didn't want to do that.
It's good, though. Sometimes it's nice to just, enter the new year in a calm, zen vibe.
I mean, I was in a bar doing shots.
So you didn't do anything, that you did do something.
Nothing crazy.
Have you seen
I'm
after you start swapping coats? Mate.
I'm always in a bar doing shots, to be fair. So that's just like...
I suppose, do you know what? To you guys, it's not crazy. To the outside eye, it is because you'll be doing shots and swapping clothes. It's wild. It's very wild. But what did I do? Oh, I finally went to Taser's, Taser and Chucky's R&B events. Yeah,
you went to the karaoke
good.
one?
Yeah, it was really good.
I was supposed to go, but I was too damn bad.
It was really good. It was really, really good. It was really, really fun. Big up Taser.
I was going to shut it down. I was going to take the stage,
Serious.
Oh, no, you would have been good on the stage. You should have come, man.
I went up for it, man. Like I was ropey, man. I was like 70%. And I'm just like, I can't do this, man. I said, no, you know what? I'm going to do the right thing. I'm staying in my house. I couldn't do it.
What song would you have done, though?
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, you would have hugged the mic. They would have had to have a word with you.
Let it go. No, I don't know. Possibilities are endless, man. Could have been a moment.
It would have been a moment. I think it would have been a moment. The guys who actually came up on stage, obviously the girls were always, big up the girls. The girls always serve, but the guys that came up, they were really in the element. Like they were really giving 90s. Do you know what gets me is when the people, when artists lean in with the mic, like a James Brown type of vibe, lean in, and guys were leaning in. I said, okay, it was really, really fun.
So what, you didn't get on the stage?
Of course not.
Of course not.
I am there to cheer people on. I'm not there to be on the stage. I'm only on the stage when I'm talking.
Okay.
In my career field. Other than that, I'm good. But it was really, really fun. Yeah, it was really, really good. Great vibes. Yeah. You're such a character.
Why?
What are you doing now?
It's hurt. It's dented.
Oh,
Look.
you say dented. You got a scratch.
It's not a scratch. It's indentation.
All right.
It's down
Dented. It's a little voice.
No, I'm down bad. It hurts.
I was sending an email. Do you know I came here yesterday?
Why?
Because I thought we were recording.
It was bank holiday.
No, it wasn't. It was Scotland's one.
That's technically we're British.
Yeah, but that's if it. We're British, no, we're not. But anyways, that's what it was, you know. Because Brent was so shy for me, and I honestly I was shy for myself too. But I think it's because when I looked at the calendar, I was like, oh, it's a bank holiday, and then I finally clocked last week it wasn't a bank holiday, so I was like, okay, we'll be here. But
No, it is a bank holiday. It says it on my phone that it's a bank
I thought it
holiday.
was a bank holiday yesterday.
no, it wasn't.
What?
People were at work yesterday.
It's a Scottish bank holiday.
It's Scotland's one.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's all linked, isn't it?
This is what I'm saying.
Your employer wouldn't think so.
No, we get Scottish bank holidays, isn't it? Surely.
No, we don't.
What?
No, we
Why
did.
would you want to
I
get
mean, we
Scottish?
did.
We did yesterday.
No, we're not going to do that again.
We definitely did yesterday. I could not believe it. I was fuming, man. But I had no one else to blame but myself. So. Here we are. But yeah, should we get into the show?
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, so our first headline feels like we're going around in circles. It's about COVID. Yeah, man. So
Deja vu.
Exactly. So Beijing has criticised recently imposed testing requirements on passengers from China and threatened countermeasures against countries involved. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said at a briefing, "We believe that the entry restrictions adopted by some countries targeting China lack scientific basis, and some excessive practices are even more unacceptable. We are firmly opposed to attempts to manipulate the COVID measures for political purposes and will take countermeasures based on the principle of reciprocity." The comments were China's sharpest to date on the issue, as Australia and Canada this week joined a growing list of countries requiring travellers from China to take a COVID test before boarding their flight. China is experiencing a nationwide outbreak of the coronavirus after abruptly easing restrictions that were in place for much of the pandemic. Other countries, including the US, UK, India, Japan, and several European nations, have announced tougher measures on travellers from China amid concerns over a lack of data on infections in China and fears of the possibility that new variants may emerge. The next headline is related to COVID as well, but here in the UK. And the Health Secretary, Steve Barclay, has said flu and COVID have put massive pressure on the NHS, and reducing backlogs caused by the pandemic will take time. Speaking amid mounting concern over hospital delays, he said the government was working on freeing up beds. He said that this would relieve pressures in A&Es and on ambulance services, but the pandemic has led to more people waiting for care and has worsened the health of the most vulnerable. Mr. Barclay said that people with conditions like heart disease had been reluctant to come forward for support at times during the pandemic, and this was a major factor in the demands now being seen. He acknowledged the NHS was facing huge challenges, but said the government was providing extra funding to help. This includes a £500 million winter fund that has been set up to help hospitals discharge patients who are medically fit to leave but cannot because of a lack of support available in the community. And the last headline is about the Pope. One of your favourite guys, Esther.
Love them.
And basically, thousands more people are queuing outside St. Peter's Basilica to pay their respects to the late Pope Benedict XVI, who is lying in wait in the Vatican for one more day before his funeral on Thursday. The Vatican said about 25,000 more people had visited the body by noon on Tuesday, following the 65,000 who passed by Benedict's remains on Monday. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban was among the thousands paying tribute yesterday, following Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni in going to St. Peter's Basilica and standing beside Benedict's body for a few minutes with his head bowed in prayer. Benedict became the first pontiff in 600 years to step down from the role in 2013, citing ill health. Pope Francis, who's 86, has been carrying on his normal workload since Benedict died. Francis will preside at Benedict's funeral in St. Peter's Square on Thursday, with tens of thousands of mourners expected to attend. Because Benedict was no longer a reigning pontiff when he died, official delegations have been limited to those from Italy and his native country, Germany. A Vatican spokesperson, Matteo Bruni, said that the liturgy for Thursday's funeral mass will be based mostly on that for a reigning pope, with some minor modifications, particularly in the prayers.
Is it not one pope at a time, or do they have multiple popes?
It's always one at a time, but this guy,
Yeah.
he was the pope, but he stepped down because of ill health.
Mm-hmm.
So he was kind of like a pope by name.
By association.
Yeah, exactly. So he's still getting some of the praise as pope, you know what I'm saying, pretty much. So when they're doing the funeral thing, it's going to be similar to that of a normal pope, but kind of restricted in certain areas.
Okay.
And that's it, yeah.
Oh, he's with Elizabeth now, so it's all lovely. Church reunion up in there.
That's right.
Let's get into what you saying. Topic of the day.
They're not brethren, though, are they?
But you know that was shady, didn't it? Did not think I meant that with a wholesome heart, did you? I'm starting off light this year.
That's right. It's nice. You got to warm them up.
Exactly.
All right. So, I think that's probably one of Esther's New Year's resolutions.
It sure is. It sure is.
So today's topic of the day, yeah. I was thinking, should we touch on some New Year resolutions? But I was thinking, let's make that into a more broader thing, right?
Yeah.
And basically, I was watching something. Somebody was talking about relationships and stuff, yeah. Not obviously just like partner relationship,
But like
relationships
friendships,
in
family
general.
ships.
And basically says that most of us tend to have a transactional way of viewing relationships. More so, what can you do for me? Because you can do something, I'll be your friend.
Yeah.
That type of thing. And feels like that's probably the breakdown in society in terms of just proper community. Should it go back basically to how we used to form friendships, or maybe as kids would form friendships, where it's like you're just a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like we got chemistry, compatibility. You're honest. We just gel. You know what I'm saying? Should that be basically the way we should view relationships going forward, more so than the whole transactional way?
I think I kind of do both, you know. I feel like we can be friends. I don't necessarily have to be getting anything from you. However, if I'm getting trouble from you, then you gotta go. Do you know what I mean? So, but then obviously there's certain relationships where it is. I feel like the most transactional relationships are actually romantic relationships. I feel like your friendships, because you hear that people will tolerate more from their friends than they will from their partner, and also from family. Do you get what I mean? But then romantic relationships is where people say, you know, you're not giving me this, so I've got to kind of go. But then you'll be having useless friends for donkey years. I used to kind of keep that. But I think a healthy balance, if that does exist, needs to be there. But I think for me, I don't mind not getting. I give more, to be honest, to people than I get from people.
Okay.
But I don't mind that as long as you're not giving me stress. That's fine. But if you're giving me stress and problems and chaos, then I'm gonna tap out.
Do you feel that's a reflection of where you are in life? So let's just say you were super busy. You owned 4 different businesses.
Yeah.
Like you were doing bare different things.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have the same approach in terms of you giving more than what you're getting? Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, because my giving more is more like, obviously I'll be there for people physically if they want to be. I mean, I don't really have time for that, but I'm more of an emotional giver. Do you know what I mean? I'm more the emotional friends.
Okay.
So if you need like someone to be there for you, someone to talk to, someone to go through an issue with, that I'm more there. Difficult when it requires me physically appearing somewhere, because my time is very limited. Do you get what I mean? So that I wouldn't say I'm more present physically than anything else. But I'm thinking of like family, like birthday dinners and all that stuff. I don't want to call it crap. It's rude. All that stuff. I'm not always going to be there, like parties and stuff. It's not really my thing. But if something happens to you today and you let me know, I'm at your door tomorrow morning. Like that's that kind of friend I am. Do you get what I mean? So yeah,
Okay, makes sense. What are you, Marks?
Where are we going again?
Transactional relationships, or more so like relationships where
it's just based off, I like you.
I like you.
You're a good person.
I mean, vibes are overrated, man.
Okay.
I feel like all relationships should be transactional in the sense of, like, if you're not what's the word I'm looking for now? If you're not like bringing something to the table, advancing my life, making it better in some way, you're either making it worse, or you're not doing nothing,
Or you're a liability.
or you're just there idle, which both is
Ain't it?
a waste. You know what I'm trying to say? That we should always be trying to do the self-improvement thing, self-betterment thing, and obviously it works both ways. Obviously, it's give and take in it that you should be wanting to bring something to people's life as well. I think, because like I said, the devil makes work for idle thumbs and that. So if you're not doing nothing and there's nothing going on, then it's more than likely just going to lead to trouble or or not necessarily trouble, but just like a waste and that.
I feel like you're also, you'll be like a liability.
Yeah.
And that's strain on me. It's either way, really. You're not really bringing good things, are you?
But then, if you're kind of look at it like, what can this person do for you, right? There should be some type of benefit, right? Maybe in terms of reaching your goals or this and the third. Are you not necessarily considering if that person could potentially snake you in the future? What you know what I'm saying? What takes precedent for you?
For that. I don't have the capacity.
What do you mean? Say that again?
Are you considering that person could potentially snake you in the future?
Like, do you trust them?
Yeah, exactly. So let's just say you think, you know what, this person can help me get to this particular place in life, right? Like, I don't know, we you know, I'm trying to think of a scenario. Let's just say you get into business with them, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then later on down the line, you've invested a certain amount, you've progressed. Yes, they open doors for you to get to a certain place. Obviously, that's, you know, it makes sense to you. But then when you get to a certain place, they snake you, take the whole business, or I don't know, do something else basically.
They've been
where it's like
cheating,
you
like
don't
they
benefit.
haven't-
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what do you put in place to stop that from happening? You're saying?
I'm just saying basically, like, are you considering that type of
risk.
personality in a person when you're actually looking at what they can do for you?
No, not really. Because people who can't do nothing for you can still snake you. People got the audacity to.
They're the cheekiest ones as
You know
well.
what I'm trying to say? Do not.
Bringing
they're
nothing
still-
but taking everything.
And they're the ones that will probably that familiarity and that you get me, and take advantage of it and they're comfortable and think they can take a extra mile and all that. You get me? You're probably more likely from those people that are just either the ones that you probably least expect it from as well, because you think, right, you got a cheek to be trying to do this. Not to say that it's more likely from either scenario, but it's all possible from
Any scenario.
from any scenario.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get me? I think if you're keeping people around you, whether you think they can do something for you or not, if their personality or loyalty or whatever comes into question, then you probably shouldn't really have them around you anyway, regardless of what they can do for you.
But I think also that people serve different roles. Do you get me? So not everyone will be able to help in my goals. Some people is just like, they're just company. Like when you want to go out to eat, there's that one friend that you know that will always be down, and just that company, they serve that purpose. So hardly ever someone really ever like completely useless. Like you really bring not a damn thing to table.
I guess in those cases, you just probably wouldn't talk to them anyway.
Nah.
On a day to day.
Because why? What we
Well,
doing?
it's like what you're saying. It's the stuff for no reason, isn't it? They might be funny or something, or I don't know.
That's bringing something though. That's where your funny friend is bringing
that's
something.
true. Yeah.
Because they lighten the mood. Do you get what I mean? If you're feeling down, you're like, I call this person, they'll make me laugh or whatever. When I'm with this person, it's a good time. But someone who is just there and all they ever do is just take from you, whether it's emotionally, whether it's mentally, whatever it is, come to you for advice. You can't do whatever it is that they can come to you for, you can't come to them for. That's a liability. It's a child.
Do you feel like all of this, like everything that we're discussing now, is pretty much and basically your answers are a reflection of where you are in life? Do you ever look at your friendship groups and think to yourself, I could do better, man, or I'm lucky here? You know what I'm saying? I need to step up.
Yeah, I replace people out, man. I'm swapping people out all the time, man. These people are shit, man. Some shit friends.
No, you having your friends in the rotor.
I'll be swapping them out. I'll be looking to improve all the time, man.
That is so
These
funny.
are like, you're cool and all that, but if you're not bringing enough to the table, this ain't gonna work for me, man. We got
When did you start thinking that way though? And what do they need to bring to the table to remain in that friendship group?
It's anything that benefits me.
Okay, it could be anything. It makes sense.
It's so funny when you said that anything that benefits me.
Anything that benefits me, man. Yeah, just I don't know, man. It's like because that's like your friendship group and stuff like that. Like, that's like your community, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And if your community can't support you, then you're damn bad. Really, you know what I'm trying to say?
Word.
And it's like, it's not just like, obviously, it's not just all about, oh, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? Because again, it's supposed to work both ways. You're supposed to bring something
for them.
just to the table. You get me?
Definitely.
But it's like, yeah, nah, man. We're adults, man. In this day and age, man, you gotta be bringing something to the table, like more than just vibes.
Yeah.
And if you are just vibes, then there's only so many just vibes friends you can have.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I have 10 just vibes friends. That's ridiculous.
Your friends that are just vibes friends, yeah. Do you ever try to make them see the light and become friends that can benefit you in different ways, so that you can benefit them in different ways as well?
Yeah, that's their use. That's the thing. Everyone's got different, everyone plays different roles.
Okay.
Like, there's different friends I will go to for different things. Even if I just think of something like, say, advice, for example. There's friends I will go to for family advice. There's friends I will go to for relationship advice. There's friends I will go for friendship advice, work advice. I feel like everyone's got their different gifts and strengths. And unless someone wants to change, then I would encourage you to change. But typically, I wouldn't try and make someone change unless it's like a flaw.
Okay.
And I think being a just vibes friend, I don't think that's a flaw. Because we need people like that.
True.
Yeah.
Do you see? Okay, so when obviously it kind of comes with kind of like a negative connotation, yeah.
What, just vibes?
Yeah.
They're the littiest people.
All right, cool. So if someone said to you, you know what, Esther's, yeah, she's just one of my just vibes friends, would you see that as a bit of an insult?
No, of course not. I'm the apple in someone else's eye. That's your business. That's what you require from me, and that's what you get. But I serve different roles in people's lives, so I'm okay with that.
Okay. So let's just say something came up in your life, yeah. In terms of like investment.
Yeah.
Someone in your investment friendship group, yeah, tells you, look, you can make 100K in this year. All you need to do is, I don't know, drop 10K, this, that, and the third. That information, do you keep it only with your serious friendship group?
Okay.
Or do you kind of tell the just vibes guys as well?
Bring them in.
Yeah.
No, because again, some people just don't get certain things. Do you know what I mean? Some people just don't get certain things. Like, there's certain people that, for them, like, something can be a waste of money, or you know what I mean, you can just tell how certain people think. Some people think like longer term, like invest and blah blah, and like career goals and blah blah. And then some people just think, "Now I'm happy to survive now," and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, because it serves them, it serves the life that they live. But I wouldn't think it's not everybody that you can bring into stuff. It definitely isn't. So I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna just bring someone, say like one of my party friends, for example, bring them into investment. That's not their strength. It's not gonna benefit them, and they're not gonna see the benefit of this. Because I can't have someone who doesn't know about that area then trying to put me off or trying to question why it is that I'm involved in that area.
True, but then okay, let's just say now that continues now, and for example, over this span of like 5 years, you become a multimillionaire, and your just vibes friend is just the same way, yeah. Nothing wrong with that, but it's still the same way. Does that now not increase the distance between you guys, and eventually one day you just no longer friends?
No. I need more vibes as a millionaire.
You may get some millionaire friends who are just
vibes like Kevin Hart. The vibes is different now.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what it is as well? But I think, because sometimes you see people who are like famous and they're friends, they've been friends that they've been with since they were like kids and stuff, yeah. But then I just think you outgrow people that you're meant to outgrow. I think, I can't think of any of my friends now. If we became distant in future, it's because we just outgrown each other. Maybe we can't relate to so much anymore, and that's okay.
Okay.
But I'm someone, I do understand that I am someone who works from a place of privilege where I don't carry friendships on my head like that. Like, it's not my be it and end all. I will down the line. Like, you can cut me off and I'll come to a birthday dinner. She said, I'll be all right, hun. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not dying for it.
Okay. If there's an investment opportunity for me and my groups of friends, I tell everybody and I give a disclaimer.
What's the disclaimer?
It's not financial advice. I tell them I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm not suggesting that you do this.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. But I would feel a way if as I know it's a sure thing, right? I'd feel a way if only my investment friends benefited from this, knowing full well it could bring joy and happiness to my vibes friends.
But then, you know, like your vibes, because you know what is, some people you just know that they don't believe in certain things. So even if you brought it to them, they'll just be like, oh no, it's a scam or it's a pyramid. Like,
That's
you get
fine.
me? So,
I don't want them to come around and tell me crap.
Yeah,
Like,
but see-
why don't you tell me?
Yeah, but
So
someone
I'm
like
putting
that-
out there. There you go.
No, but you see, someone like that, if I know that's how you always talk,
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my breath and my phone and my minutes. I can't bother because I know where this is gonna go. We've spoken about certain things, and I think with friendships as well. Because with my friends, like to know their use and to know what they're not their use, but you like their strengths and stuff. I gauge different type of things with them. Do you get what I mean? And so where I see that, yeah, you don't care about this area of life or career talk and blah blah. I can't bother, man. But if I'm someone, if I do well in life, my friends will enjoy.
Okay.
No.
Provided they don't want to kill me though.
No. So wait.
Well, you're not.
Wait. And this is why it's have to tell everybody, right?
Because you're not going to give them enjoyment. You're brutal.
I gave them an opportunity.
You're
And
brutal.
if they're telling me, nah, it's a spam, it's a pyramid scheme, all that crap, then when I'm up, I'm not helping you.
Brent!
No, sorry.
No, the Christian in you. What would Jesus do?
You can't be screaming like that outside the club, and then when it is, I'm up. No.
Wow,
No.
Brent.
Sorry. I apologize.
Anything you tell me, I'm going
If
to be like, I
I've told
believe
you,
in
I've
it.
told you. If I've told you, I've told you.
That's crazy.
So, Ben, do you feel like you've got a healthy balance between just vibe friends and the other serious friends?
What kind of friend is he, man?
Vibes.
You say just vibes.
Just vibes.
Just
Just
vibes.
vibes. Do you take offense to that, man?
You shouldn't.
No, not at all.
No? What kind of friend is Brent?
Just vibes.
Bad vibes, is it?
No, I'm not.
Bad
Not
vibes,
for
innit?
him. I'm the one he can't steer wrong because my ascension is too much for him. Don't try that. Don't try that. I make him feel away.
Damn. So you're telling me if there was an investment opportunity, you told Iman's like, do you know what?
Screaming to him. I'm being
So
screaming to
basically,
him.
Brent was at you when he said he's not bringing
I'm being screaming.
Brent is rude.
God damn.
Goodness me. Damn
So yeah,
it.
so like Brent, in terms of like I guess like say you're making new friends this year there, would they be more likely to be transactional relationships or you know?
I actually believe that every single relationship is a transaction in some form
Okay.
of fashion. So 100%.
But geared towards what then?
It could, my vibes friend, it could be they make me feel good.
Okay.
They take me away from my mundane routine. Everything for me, I believe, is a transaction. I believe that transactional relationships have bad PR.
Yeah, but I don't think they're bad, you know. Because it is. If everyone's gonna be honest, yeah, every relationship, every friendship in some kind of way is in some way transactional.
Yeah.
It is.
True. But then people tend to complain a lot if, for example, that person who you considered only, you know, in a particular way
Yeah.
does you wrong. Because you wouldn't necessarily expect that from somebody who's like your, like,
Boy.
you know what I'm saying, your proper friend. So you can
Yeah.
complain about that. But if you're only seeking a particular thing from this particular person,
Yeah.
then if they do you wrong, then it's like, well, it's just
No,
part
but I
and
can
parcel.
because imagine
Well,
one of
it
your
depends.
investment friends.
What are you seeking from them, and what have they done you wrong?
Let's just say in business.
Okay, imagine you're one of your. Say you got a friend where this is just a business friendship. They snake you in business. Are you complaining about that?
I mean, to some degree, yeah. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I can somewhat expect it. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah.
I expect
Because
good from
it's a bus-
everybody.
No, you see, but in a business
I don't
world,
expect good from strangers that I just met on the train.
why?
Because I just think that's how human beings should be. That's how my.
But are they? That's the
They're
thing.
not yet, and to be fair, like I think when I experience stuff, it's like, okay, wow, it's shocker, but okay. But I go around life really expecting good from people. I don't have the capacity to think that someone might snake me. Like obviously I'm smart about it, and I pick up on little things people would not know that they pick up on. I pick up on them, so I can see traits on people miles away. Thank God for discernment. However, I don't go around with the expectation that you will disappoint me. Even if I don't expect much from you, if you disappoint me, I will still feel disappointed.
Yeah. Are you?
It's a lot of emotional burden to carry around, yeah, but it works for me because it's easier. I just can't live expecting to be betrayed, expecting to be snaked, expecting to be hurt. That's a lot.
Yeah. Makes sense. There's something else I was going to ask you. Okay. So obviously we like to do extremes here, yeah. So if you if you can only pick one, yeah, going forward, let's just say you can only make 10 friends this year. Would those 10 friends be friends where it's like the genuine, honest friends, you gain nothing from them type of friends? You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of your progression in your life, career progression or whatever it may be, yeah. Or these are friends, acquaintances or whatever, in a networking business type of world where it's like, okay, cool, we can progress certain, you know what I mean, into certain areas. What would you prefer if you had to choose?
Networking, man. It's easy. Yeah, let me just interject here. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, for me, it would definitely be networking. I don't see, if given the option, like the way my life is and what I want to do, like in terms of progressing forward, I don't see the benefit of friends who are just there for fun. For me personally,
not necessarily just for fun, but more like let's just say like the type of traits that you got in your friends that you've known from since you was a kid. You can trust them, but they don't necessarily, they're not rich, for example. They don't have necessarily certain skills and links to certain things to progress you. But they're genuine people. Real good people. Still.
No, but what are you saying? I have to get rid of them?
No, I'm saying like, so your new friends, would you prefer a group of those type of friends or a group of those networking type of business type of friends?
That can get you to achieve everything you want to achieve.
Do I have? But the question I'm asking is, in this scenario, do I have to stop communicating with my old friends?
No. No, you still got your friends as now. But this year, you have a cap on making new friends. And these new friends could obviously direct where you go in life.
Yeah, but that's a no-brainer then. You're giving me the luxury of keeping my great
I was going to say, you should have said we don't get to keep the friends. That's how you went.
Yeah, but then where's the disparity then? If I can keep my old friends and make new friends who I network with, then
which I do.
Where's the dilemma here?
I think
I hear you.
because I thought you were asking us whether our friends moving forward are only networking friends,
even better,
or they are. Yeah, you're losing your touch. It's the first show of the year. What the heck?
Well, no. Mark said he's gonna drop his day one friends.
Yeah, he didn't even know the full extent of the scenario.
I'm just not gonna drop my day one friends.
If your friends watch,
it wasn't about dropping friends, and then even so, my day one friends, like. I don't give a shit what day. I don't give a shit what day you're on, man. Like, you don't give a shit what day you're on. If you're not bringing it out to the table, you need to get the fuck out of here, man. This is what we're doing. I'm on a nepotism thing, man. If you can't bring it out to the table, because it's not what you know, it's who you know.
I can't lie. I don't think I would have kept it. My other friends. I don't think I would have. I don't think I can live a life.
If you got a rubbish circle of friends, you don't want to swap them out.
They're not rubbish.
They are rubbish. If they don't do nothing. If they can't do nothing.
No, because what do you need?
Everything, bro.
Yeah, but if we're going in the scenario of I've only got acquaintances and it's all career, I can't. I'm not that way driven. So I'd rather have my friends because I'm already driven for what I want to achieve, right?
Okay.
So I'd rather have my friends who can, when I go out into the world and I'm networking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I can relax with my friends. I can't. Because having acquaintances, they're not your friends. That means you guys just deal business, blah, blah, and then and your life is just you.
You'll be surprised
you have
how
no
much
one to
people
wind
are
down
given,
with.
you know.
I'm an emotional person. I need emotional
You'll be surprised
needs.
how much people are given. And obviously, man, chatting shit, I understand the logic of hard work and all that, but it don't really work like that, man. People reward hard work. You know what I'm trying to say?
People do, but I think I'll be doing the work here where... Obviously, everyone needs that. You need to. It's good to network and whatever.
You can get it out of the mud, but for the most part, it's like everybody needs a helping hand, and most people, it's like I'm saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the things that you've got is people that give them to you, and people that boss you on them, and obviously you just don't give that out willy-nilly, innit? So the mindset of if you work hard, you'll get stuff like that. But sometimes just people will see you working hard and say, "Oh, you deserve the benefits of what I could bring to the table because you're earning it." Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you work to a level to where you can get bossed, but everybody needs bossing, like on nearly all levels. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, you need that nepotism, that people that connect, that link, that I'm gonna boss you on this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna hook you up here, I'm gonna. If no one in your circle, can benefit your life in no way, shape, or form, then you're just gonna be treading water, just gonna be pissing in the wind. How are you gonna advance?
You can though. It's still possible to advance.
It's harder. No,
It's harder. It's harder.
You're gonna
for
advance
sure.
when you work hard and work your way up to go meet some new friends or someone new that can boss you and put you where you need to be. And then over time, we're gonna grow distant because your circle's gonna change in that. Like,
Do
you know what I'm trying to say?
It's definitely harder. It's definitely harder, but I don't think that I can live a life where that is my only circle. My only circle are like career people, and we're not friends, we're acquaintances. So that means I can't be going through something and call you up about it. You don't care. Is it an investment? No? Okay, bye. That's a lot.
No, that's true.
I think we've all got emotional needs that need to be met.
I think that the new friends can meet those. I think the new friends I'm gonna make are hybrids.
I heard that as well. Yeah, for real. Why can't we just make hybrid friends?
It was so ridiculous. So the hybrids, you know.
All right, well, let's wrap up, man.
Did you set New Year's resolutions? Is there...
Not really, you know. Not really. One thing that I guess I was thinking was just to read more, man. That's definitely something. But I say that almost every year. But to be fair, this year I'll make more of an effort to read more.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh no, I ain't saying none of that shit. I'm good.
All right, Yusuf?
No, none, you know.
I want to travel more.
Okay. How many times did you travel last year?
Not a lot, man. 4, I think.
Okay.
Mexico, DR, Barca, and then Sweden the other day. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
4. It's not that much, is it? This year I want to go...
Australia?
Toronto, Jamaica.
I've never had anyone say they want to go to Australia.
It's not far. It's on my bucket list.
Too far for me,
Really?
man.
It's 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's like how like I
last
see like
time.
Japan,
Are they a day ahead of us?
something like this.
Yeah, I think.
Like it's like 12 hours in front or something like that.
Yeah,
it's like their
something
night time.
crazy.
It's like their night time now.
So when you get there, you basically arrived yesterday.
Well, it's their summer now, isn't it?
Time.
It's their summertime now.
Is it?
Crazy,
But
innit?
yeah, just because it's not far and it's somewhere that I'll probably only ever go once in my life. Like I might either never ever go there or go there once. That kind of thing. I want to see what it's like. I want to see Japan in the nighttime, skyline thing, all that kind of stuff. So I'll see if I could do some more traveling. Brazil,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brazil.
like proper places. I'm gonna start going some proper places now.
Like, yeah, I get you.
You get me?
Not just vibes places.
Yeah, you feel me?
Some culture,
You get me?
history, all that stuff.
I want to see where I'm going with that. So hopefully I get to do that.
That's lit. All right. Should we get into our next headlines?
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Okay, so our next headline is about the Russia-Ukraine war once again, and Russia pointing the finger. So the deaths of dozens of Russian soldiers in a New Year missile strike on a building in occupied eastern Ukraine have prompted recriminations among critics of the Russian military. Russia's defense ministry has said so far that 63 people were killed in the Ukrainian attack on Makivka at around midnight on New Year's Eve. One commander's wife accused the West of trying to destroy Russia, but elsewhere, military leaders were accused of incompetence. Ukraine says as many as 400 people were killed or wounded at Makivka, and numbers into the hundreds have been given by Russian nationalists on social media. However, there's no way of verifying how many soldiers were killed when the US-made HIMARS missile hit a vocational college packed with conscripts. Ammunition was also being stored close to the site, which was reduced to rubble. Whatever the number, this is the highest number of deaths acknowledged by Russia since it invaded Ukraine in February last year. Rallies were held in several cities in Russia's southwestern region of Samara, where the governor, Dmitry Azarov, said many of the conscripts had lived. Next headline is very sad news, man, and this is about the violence that's occurring in Burkina Faso. And the bodies of 28 people were shot dead. Who were shot dead have been discovered in Burkina Faso's northwestern town of Nuna. A civil society group blamed the killings of unarmed civilians, claiming to be members of a government-backed volunteer force fighting jihadists. The government did not comment on the claim, but said it was still investigating. Burkina Faso has been hit by a decade-long insurgency that has displaced nearly 2 million people. The military seized power in Burkina Faso last January, promising an end to attacks. But of course, the violence still rages. The government said that the bodies were discovered on the 30th and the 31st of December. It's condemned the unacceptable violence and called for calm pending the outcome of an investigation. The incident had occurred at a time when the government had initiated the mobilization of the whole people for unity of action in the fight against terrorism, it said. The government has formed the Homeland Defense Volunteers, the VDP, recruiting civilians into its ranks to fight militant Islamists. A civil society group, the Collective Against Impunity and Stigmatization of Communities, CISC, said that armed civilians claiming to be members of the VDP carried out the killings in retaliation for an attack by suspected militants between the 29th and the 30th of December. But of course, there's no independent confirmation of this claim. And the last headline is about how the UK is beginning to view Iran. So the UK is preparing to formally declare that Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, which is IRGC, is a terrorist organization. The legal change will mean that it becomes a criminal offence in the UK to belong to that group or to support its activities. Whitehall sources said no announcement was imminent and many details remain to be sorted out, but they said it was broadly correct to say the government intended to prescribe the IRGC. The prescription, first reported by the Daily Telegraph, would follow a similar decision made by the US in 2019, and it would mark a further hardening of the UK's position towards Iran after intelligence agencies said the country posed a direct threat, citing 10 plots against British or UK-based individuals over the last year. There were reports last November of an Iranian hit squad targeting British-Iranian journalists in London. The IRGC last week arrested 7 people with links to the UK in relation to anti-government protests that have been sweeping through Iran in recent months. Prescribing an organisation is a formal legal process carried out under the Terrorism Act 2000. The government has assessed it and basically said at a scale of group's terrorist activities, also the specific threat it poses to the UK and the British nationals overseas. It would also make it an offence not just to belong to the organisation, but also express support for its aims, meet its members, or even display its flag or logo in public. That's the end of the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into Word on Road. Okay, so I wanted to compliment and commend Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance's good parenting, because it's very rare, especially with kids in Hollywood. So there's basically this trend on TikTok, right, where kids basically tell their parents that some form of celebrity has died, and then they get their reaction to it. And it's very, very distasteful. I mean, I can't lie, some of them are funny because some of the parents are just very, very dramatic. But it's quite distasteful because obviously it's like wishing death on people, and it's just kind of playing people's emotions. And sometimes it's just putting things out there that just shouldn't be done. But anyway, Angela Bassett's son decided to do it, but he did it with Michael B. Jordan. Like, why he would have thought that was a good idea is beyond me. Your mum was in Black Panther, so was Michael B. Jordan. Chadwick Boseman died. Like, why would you think that's a good idea?
Eminem song. Shit, sorry.
It's all right. But anyways, he did it anyway. And his mum's reaction was so sad. Like, she was probably like, no, don't do that. Like, that. Because obviously she believed it. But anyways, he then came back online to apologise, and I just loved it.
That was a proper mum's reaction.
What's again?
That was a proper mum's
It
reaction.
was Papa's mum.
Yeah. She was like, what? No.
She's like, no. Like, don't say that. Like, that, it was proper. It was crazy. And he was just laughing. Like, I know he definitely got beats. 100%. He definitely did. Because this boy came with a whole... You know Kevin Hart apologised for cheating? That kind of video.
Oh, did he?
He had to. He did a whole video, front-facing camera, and he spoke like it was a press statement, like he was read the best English ever. He basically said, he would like to apologise. He would like to apologise to the family of Michael B. Jordan and his loved ones, his friends, family of it was like Mr. Michael B. Jordan. And he said how also this is to let people, and he also tried to apologise for, I guess, embarrassing his parents as well. And to show that there's consequences to what you do, and there's also consequences of what you do to people that you love. So he would like to apologise for his parents, apologise to his parents for that as well. And I just thought it was very, very good parenting, especially with, just the way the kids are in, what's it called? Hollywood. It's a very, very distasteful trend that's going on. I don't like it at all. And I'm thinking as well, he would know Michael B. Jordan. Do you get what I mean? Why would you do that? Again, no Christmas presents for me. That was me. But anyway, he did that. And then someone else who was subjectively acting a fool online is, this is what public opinion has said. I might co-sign it. But it's basically C-Biz. So he's like a lot of people in Ghana, right? And he had this video at the start of the year. And the caption was, starting off the year, right, the love in Ghana is on like 1 million. But the way they show that shit is too vicious. Happy New Year, blah, 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 whatever. And in the video, essentially, so he's like kind of standing on like a balcony type vibe. And his Ghanaians like on the further down. And he's like throwing, like spraying the money from the top. And obviously they're tussling for the money. And to be honest, I don't like stuff like that. I think the show, we were recording when I talked about when Burner did it in the club. Was it Burner? It must have been Burner. I mean, he's out here kicking people in his concerts. But I just can't even, I don't have the capacity for that today. I don't. I really, really don't.
That was funny.
It was mad. It was mad. And there's another artist here, his name's called Ruga, yeah, and he must have had one of his fans was trying to climb on the stage, and security were trying to like be like, no. But he was like, no, bring the guy up. And he gave the guy the mic, and they were proper performing together. And then someone was like, meanwhile, Bernard is kicking somebody in the head. It's ridiculous. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, so basically people were criticising C-Biz for doing that and saying it's very, very distasteful. And granted, like that's how they were, trying to get the money. I guess we're trying to take the money from him as well and whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on. But they were like, you didn't need to record it and put it online. Like it's rather degrading. And I have that thing anyway. You guys know how I feel anyway about people giving people money and recording and all that kind of stuff. I'm not here for that. And I think when it's black people, it definitely touches me in a different kind of way. But he was doing that. He was getting cooked for it. The video's still up, so I guess he doesn't care. So there is that. And then also, Jay Huss is basically back. He's let people know that he'll be back. And he posted on Insta and he said, the women in my life remove the confusion. They tell me F the pussy shit and let them have it. Go insane on them. He says, KDA. I don't know what KDA means. Is that? I don't know. The kids might know. He says, album out mid-year and visuals. I'm back. So that's lit. When's the last time he released a project? Was that 2 years ago now, wasn't it? 2 years. Almost conspiracy.
Yeah,
Big conspiracy.
about 2 years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, yeah.
We never dropped the video of it, did it?
He didn't.
I'm sure he didn't.
No, I don't think it did.
From his last album. He didn't drop the video.
No, I don't think it was. No. So that's exciting. It's exciting, man. Love that for him. Love that for J House. So
Yeah, man.
we'll be back, and I'm sure, and you guys know anyway on here. Mr. Rotation will let you know all about that when it does drop. And then they're trying to get Kevin Hart again into the new year. Like, I don't think this man has had 1 year where he hasn't been tried to be cancelled. But anyway, so Kevin Hart's doing his tour. I need to get a ticket for that, actually. I'm still worried about Chris Brown. He came out on the same day as Chris Brown. I don't know what they think was going on there. But he's basically he's doing his tour for his reality check comedy special. And for the first time, he's going to be going to Egypt, which of course you would think, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's lit, blah, blah, blah. However, people I guess the Egyptians are like, we don't want you in our land, because apparently he made a joke one time saying that Egyptians are black. And so they're like, don't call us black and try and relate to us. We're not. And guess what? That's racist. So they've got a whole hashtag going on talking about keep Kevin Hart out.
And it's also because he was basically saying he's happy, obviously, like you said, to be back in Egypt and stuff. And basically that's the place where ancient Egypt basically was basically black, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And all of them obviously are upset because they're saying ancient Egypt was not black.
What skin tone are they at the moment?
Oh no, I just consider them Arabs.
Okay.
So, yeah. And they are Arabs. You know
That's the thing. But the thing is, it's kind of divided because some people are saying basically Egypt is Black Africa. Egypt is an African country and not an Arab country. And basically saying the original Egyptians, I'm reading a tweet, by the way, for your try come for TDA. It's a new year. The original Egyptians are black and finally Egyptians are black. So Kevin Hart is right. So, and then there's people who are saying we were never black and this is the difference. Stop trying to steal other people's culture to create fake value for yourself. We were sympathizing your past as slaves, but that doesn't mean to wipe it with stealing.
This is see that's the disgusting stuff I hate to hear.
Are we fighting? So they're fighting over slavery and who was?
They're fighting over who actually built the pyramids, the legacy of Egypt.
Yeah.
Who built it? You know what I'm saying? Who's responsible for that? And it's not them. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? Them people just came the other day. You know what I'm saying? Obviously.
So exactly. So.
No, because obviously if they don't want to, it's kind of like the whole. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of like the whole Jew thing, right?
Okay.
By saying, at least the perspective of some Jews, right, is like by saying black people, the original Jews were black. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like saying us who are white European Jews are kind of usurpers. We've come in afterwards.
Okay, yeah, you like
stolen
our
our
identity.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So when they're hearing that, they're kind of seeing it as, well, okay, you're trying to say us Egyptians now who are here, stole this. You know what I'm saying? And that we're kind of oppressors and this and the third.
No, but what made you go, like, why did you jump into that conclusion? Because over time, people migrate, people come in, so that's fine, you're here now, be Egyptian.
Yeah, but, you know, they want to take responsibility for it. But this is the thing, like, it's like, this is why I was going on the way I was going on when we were talking about Morocco the other time.
Yeah.
And making that distinction between Arabs and Black Africa.
African,
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, geographically, we're all African. We know this, right? But you guys make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we do too. But there is a difference. And I think that difference needs to be acknowledged. And the reality is, for them to come out and try and cancel him for stating facts, this is historical fact.
Yeah.
Arab people, like the influx of Arabs into North Africa came because of Islam. It's like 7th century. Like the Egyptians, the pyramids and all of that was there for centuries before. Yeah. Sorry, millennia before. It's got nothing to do with Arabs. So, what's the...
Do you know they've got to do, what they need to do? Because obviously, I can't imagine this is all, like we know with cancellation culture and the torches and stuff, it's never really, it's always like the minority, people that are not really checking for you anyway that want you cancelled. So what I think they should do is put the tickets out. If he sells out, he goes. If he doesn't sell out, he cancels it. At the end of the day, if they don't want to see him, they don't want to see him. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but we'll see anyway, because it's Kevin Hart. You know, you can't, the man prays hard because they've tried to cancel for too much, man. He prays, his mum looks down on him, his dad now looks down on him too. So I don't know that this will be cancelled, but we'll see anyway, because there is talks of, you know, they're basically pushing for the show to be cancelled and pushing for him not to be let in and blah, 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 but
he shouldn't even bother about going there, man.
But that's the thing, God, you know what it is? You got to think about your fans who, that's what I'm saying, I don't think it'd be people that actually like Kevin Hart who'll be doing all of this. And I just think with comedy anyway, I mean, I haven't seen what he said exactly, but if it was a joke, I just think that people are not offended by a joke when it's about other people. But when it triggers something that you can relate to, as about you, now the joke is too far. How do you think the gays feel?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know what I mean? How do you think the girls? How do you think the black women with the tap weave and all that stuff? How do you think they feel?
But yeah, like if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think it was a joke. You know, I think he just made a statement about something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and they obviously got upset, and all of these people are trying to do hashtag cancel Kevin Hart, this and the third.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's tired anyway. He keeps telling people that you can't cancel him for like his stance is that if he does something really really harmful, then yes, I get the cancellation. Anyone that does something harmful, yeah, but if it's for like things like this where it's all subjective opinions and he's not really checking for it, but. Yeah, man. And to get a ticket to see him and when he comes here. At least he'll be coming here. And my last bit is also another artist who's wilding. Is Bad Bunny. He's a reggaeton artist. And basically there was a video where this was even on the 1st of January. Some people just enter New Year with bad vibes. And basically a fan was like trying to take a picture, a video with him, a woman. And he got her phone and just threw it in the sea. A whole phone through in the sea. I'm not here for stuff like that. I'm not here for destroying people's property because you're a celebrity. Like, I'm sorry, that will never... I get people obviously being in your personal space. I understand that. It's not right. I get it. However, a simple, sorry, like, can you move from, I don't want to take a picture. Just something like that. Just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even if you must embarrass somebody, but throwing people's property that they've worked for...
You can't do that, man.
It's stupid because are you going to replace it? He's not even sorry. He says, the person who comes up to me to say hello, to tell me something, or just to meet me will always receive my attention and respect. Those who come to put a phone... so basically he tweets in Spanish, right? And Google translates it to English. So this is the English translation because So the person who comes up to me to say hello, to tell me something, or just to meet me, will always receive my attention and respect. Those who come to put a phone bastard in my face, I think Google Translate is making doing a lot. I will consider it for what it is, a lack of respect, and I will treat it likewise. I just don't think there's any need. He's a piece of shit for doing that. He's a piece of shit. I'm not here for arrogant people. I'm not here for arrogant artists. I'm not here for artists acting as though their fans is not the reason why they got there. Because when you were doing your stupid little music in your bedroom with your one view on SoundCloud or one listen on SoundCloud, you were hoping for fans and you were praying for this. And now you got it now. Again, I'm not dismissing the fact that people should have, personal space respect. But to throw someone's property in the sea, now what she's got to do now, fork out and buy a new device because you don't know how to act.
The question is, would you rather get kicked off a stage or have your phone flung into the sea?
No, he kicked him in the face. You want to get kicked off the stage is to be escorted off the stage. He was
climbing up and he was like, nope.
Do you know how sick that is? How can you do that?
So which one would you prefer?
Bro, don't be silly.
If you had to choose.
From my phone.
Marks?
Don't ever kick me in the face.
Can't kick me in my face.
I'll be honest with you. This is what I'm saying. There's no way you would kick me in the
Did you do
face.
it in them boots that you was wearing?
Yes! You always wear them stupid cowboy boots.
No, have you seen them high ones that they've been going around the line?
The chunky ones. I hope that guy comes out to speak. I'm gonna set Nigerian Twitter. I'll get back to you guys on that. I want to know how that guy's feeling because that's mad. And then first of all, he even left them. Do you know what I'm going to talk about? I know it's not I'm going to talk about it quickly. Burner, had a show. He left them for 6 hours. And then when he came, he blamed the audience, the Nigerian audience, for what the Nigerian gossip blogs do. He was like, anyway, you were out here talking about shooting people in the club. Anyway, God punish all of you. Are you sick? Are you sick? Are you sick? And then do you know what's even sicker? He was like, anyway, and then he's like, tell me what you see. Do you know what these idiots are singing? When you look at me, I said, no. All of you deserve it. You all deserve it. You deserve that kick in the face. You deserve him telling you God punish you. You deserve him calling you guys idiots. He basically cussed them out and they sang at the top of their lungs straight after. Mad.
Sad, man.
But there is a conversation to be had though about Afrobeat artists performing shows at home and being absolutely disrespectful. And I heard the tickets were rude in price as well. They were so expensive. And they have this thing. I told you guys about Whiskey not too long ago, last year, when the whole Ghana thing had them waiting. I mean, he's claiming that it was sound whatever. But my thing is, apparently, they left them actually waiting in silence. There was no DJ. There was no support acts. There was nothing. They were just there. And I don't know how people were waiting, but they just waited. And I just think it's really out of order. And when artists go back home, they almost do it as if it's a favor. And the craziest thing is that there's actually people who believe that it is. There's people who actually believe that the fans who are complaining about the 6 hour wait, the God punish you, and the boot kick in the face, they're entitled. There's actual people saying that people are entitled for expecting better of Burner. They're like, yeah, you guys were spreading rumors about him. What are you talking about? There was a shooting in the club, and there was a story that came out. The people are not in charge of the media. It's mad, man. But when we talk now, they're pretending you support black businesses. But black businesses are not supporting themselves, because that for me makes no sense. When you go back home as an artist, when you go back home, your show should be the most special. You should give them what you didn't give the O2. But I guess not. Anyways, all that being said, I will be seeing Burner at Wembley this year.
Just don't go too close.
Definitely not. I'm sitting down.
It's so interesting
No way.
how because he has a mic in front of his mouth, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he had weathered all of the gossip and whatnot. And he's come to perform in front of people who've paid to come and see him, his fans.
Yeah. His fans.
He's blaming them.
He's blaming them.
He's blaming them.
And that's what I thought was mad, because I'm like, what? The people here are the ones that love you. How are you blaming them for rumors that spread about you? Like, what? Where's the sense in that? And do you know what's mad as well? People didn't know, I don't care. Because one thing about Burner, he never responds to anything. I mean, I think he only responded to the Steph thing, and he's like, get over it, kind of vibe. And that's wild to me. I would die if a guy ever told me to get over it. I would die. It's time to come home, Jesus. But anyways, he always does that whole I don't care. And then here you are, harbored the pain. Do you know how long ago that whole shooting incident was? That's when we first started recording TDA.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept that in his heart and said, when I get the chance, I'm gonna address y'all. Pathetic, man. But anyways, let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is what I'm pretty sure everyone's experienced already this week, and that's the strikes. I feel like I've been speaking about this like every week for the past for months, man. But it seems like right now they're really going like super like ham, right? This entire week, pretty much from yesterday, it's going to be all strikes.
Yep.
Pretty much. So RMT are going to be striking. I know obviously it doesn't really matter to what unions are striking, right? But pretty much every single day this week, from Tuesday up to Saturday, so including Saturday, will be strikes, unfortunately. There's going to be some highway strikes, like, sprinkled in as well. Civil service as well. So this is more so like driving examiners, strikes and things of that nature. So that may not affect as many people, obviously. But yeah, it's pretty much it's just going to be train strikes this entire week. So everyone needs to really plan their journeys. Also, there's going to be a tube strike, if I'm not mistaken, next Thursday. A bus strike also next Thursday. And that's going to be affecting like the South and West London. So again, people need to plan their journeys and stuff. But obviously, I'll be giving updates on that as well. Regarding the cost of living crisis, obviously we know this crisis, unfortunately, is still with us. But the government has said that 8 million people who are receiving benefits and on low incomes will receive their £900 cost of living payments in 3 installments. I spoke about this briefly before. And basically, the first payment of £301 will be made in the spring, second £300 in autumn, and the final £299 installment of the spring of next year, so 2024. The exact dates yet to be finalised, but ministers are pretty much saying that the money's going to be helping the households. Obviously it will, and stuff like that. So a £400 discount for all energy bill payers will end by April. So remember that £66 or £67 payment that everyone's getting? That's going to be ending in April. Remember there was a cap as well that was placed. Well, I believe it came into existence under Kwarteng and Liz Truss. And then, when the current chancellor came in, he kind of changed things up with Sunak and stuff. But they kept the cap to some degree. They didn't completely abolish it. But anyway, long story short, from April, that's going to be changing. So the £400 help no longer is going to be there. So that cap is basically going to be allowed to rise to £3,000. So that's going to be the typical annual household bill. Okay. Now, £3,000 from April, right? Already mentioned 8 million of the lowest income households in the country are going to be receiving £900, which is up from £650. So obviously that's a good thing. I guess Tories are trying to, do what they can to stay in power and whatnot. And also 6 million people, receiving non-means tested disability benefits are going to be receiving £150. That's the same as last year as well. Pensioners, they're going to be receiving £300, also the same as last year. So guys, if you're on benefits or know people who are on benefits, make sure that those payments are still coming through or that the increases are, what they should be. With that being said, some businesses as well are expecting the government to help them with their energy bills as well. So remember before this chancellor, I believe, there wasn't going to be a cap. So remember, a lot of the time I was talking about certain companies who were going bust because they couldn't afford the increase in the gas and electricity bills that's going to be going to be incurred basically from October. So obviously the chancellor came in, rectified that, but that was due to end in April. So now they're basically trying to appeal to get some more of that basically. And the government basically, it seems like they're going to help. There's a revised scheme that's expected to run for 12 months. So that's basically going to start in March, or April, and go all the way around to March of 2024. Jeremy Hunt is looking to meet with business groups at lunchtime today to basically brief them on the government's plans for energy bill support for non-domestic energy users and basically all that type of stuff after this current package expires. So that's that. Tesla as well. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard
Elon.
it. Yeah. Apparently there was a lot of headlines going around saying how he's the first billionaire to lose 200 billion
Oh yeah, I saw that.
dollars or pounds, whatever it may be. Essentially, it's not really a loss, is it, if he hasn't sold it. He's still got the asset there, innit? So obviously, if the value goes up again, he gains it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, long story short, Tesla stocks are not doing really well at all.
Are they gonna put the cars on sale then?
I have no idea.
You sure?
No idea. But again, this is just the ebb and flow of of life, though, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Stocks go up and down and fluctuates. This is why if you're into the whole investment thing, you have to kind of believe in what you're investing in, because then it allows you to kind of weather the storm and stuff. So I believe personally, Tesla's pretty much going to be one of the forerunners in the future anyway. So if you've got Tesla stock, hold on to it maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to get Tesla stock, it's probably the good time, because it's pretty much being sold for very cheap at the moment. Relatively cheap, I should say. And the last thing I wanted to mention is Rishi Sunak is basically saying that he wants all pupils in the country to study some form of maths until the age of 18.
What's some form of maths outside of maths? The maths.
I guess just maths, innit? But the whole plan hasn't been formulated properly, innit? So I don't know if maybe they want to do like a module somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? When you get to AS levels, A levels, I'm not too sure.
So while everyone is suffering, people are not affording. People can't afford heating, can't afford food, and all sorts. He's worrying about maths.
There might be a link. Maths.
What, to do some food in the belly?
No, but long term. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know nothing about numbers. Like, it's the language of the universe.
Yeah, it's a bit wild. But you know what, though? I think that's a good idea. I just think that, because I really enjoy maths. Like, I love it. However, I don't really like graphs.
Okay.
So when I got to A levels, I was actually going to do maths in A levels. And I just had, the first lesson, I was just seeing graphs. I said, yeah, man, I'm not here for this. But I do think that's a good idea, because people do need to know that.
Yeah. This is it. So yeah, he's got a speech. Basically, in his first speech, I'm not too sure when that's going to be. He's going to be talking about obviously his whole priorities this year, this, that, and the
You
third.
haven't done that?
No.
Since he's been Prime Minister? Has he been sworn in as a Prime Minister?
No, sorry. His first speech this year.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you for correcting me.
I thought he was acting as a Prime Minister the whole time.
Nah, so his first speech is 2023, right?
Okay.
He's going to be setting out his priorities for the year and whatnot.
I guess he's here to stay then. Do you think he's here to stay?
I think so.
I think he is,
so.
you know.
Yeah, I think the only person that could kind of remove him is Boris, and I don't think Boris is going to do that.
I think he'll be a punk if he ever stepped down.
But stepping down is different to being removed.
You can't remove me.
I'm not sure if he's as stubborn as Boris. Remember, Boris was there for a long time.
If I was in number 10, you actually have to drag me out by my Ghana must go. I'm not going out. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Does Nigeria have an equivalent
Of Prime Minister?
of the bag?
No, we started.
Nah,
Did we start it?
Yeah, it was us that started.
Yeah, it was us.
Is that why you said it just now?
Is that what?
Is that why you said it just now?
Yeah.
But have you got an equivalent?
Do you want me?
No, I want to know
like,
if you guys have an equivalent, because I used to have one of those.
Well, Ghana must go.
Yeah,
No, we don't have
a few.
equivalent.
I had a few.
You said what?
Everyone did.
Ghana must go
Ghana
back.
must
You know there was a time yet the
what?
checkered bag.
Market bags.
The
big
checkered.
market bags.
What did you call it?
It's called.
They call it
Don't
Nigerians
they?
call it a Ghana must go bag.
Yeah.
Ghana must go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
the
which-
brief history?
It's rude. It's a whole historical thing. They wanted the Ghanaians to go.
Yeah.
Well, them big laundry bags you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
The
I know you're
checkered
talking
bag.
about the big
Yeah,
laundry
yeah,
bag.
the big ones. Yeah,
You know there was a time here that Top Shop tried to sell it for £40.
Yeah.
Do they still sell those?
Appropriating looking ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the market. They're all over the
Now they've
place,
got
yeah.
different patterns and stuff.
Yeah, they're effective, man.
Do you know even IKEA's got their own version? It's not checkered.
Yeah, exactly.
But that clear one, I know where you got this from. Don't try it.
And you know, when you go to the builder's
It's a
yard,
storage bag.
you get those big blue ones.
yeah.
Yeah. It catches on, man.
It's horrible. Though. It's not Ghana must go. Like what's the PC?
I have no idea, you know.
Checkered bags.
I just call them Ghana
Checkered
must go.
storage bags.
You think Ghanaians call it Ghana must go too?
They probably do, man. You know how your people are.
Ghanaians, you know I love you, man. I'm
But you are
too.
Ghanaian.
There you go.
You know how your people are. You're Ghanaian. You call it Ghana must go. Of course you guys do. It's crazy though.
All right, so what was I saying? Yeah, anyway, so Sunak, he wants to implement this. In his speech, is expected to say, in a world where data is everywhere and statistics underpin every job, our children's jobs will require more analytical skills than ever before. And letting our children out into the world without those skills is letting our children down. Makes sense.
I think it's good because even with maths though, maths helps your brain. It helps you. It keeps you sharp. So outside of you needing numbers, you don't have to have a career in like accounting or finance or whatever.
Yeah.
It just keeps your mind active, and I think I really think that's a good idea. But I do think that they need to. Obviously, I don't think it'll be like progressive type of maths because then not everyone has the talent for that.
Yeah.
Like maths isn't everyone's gift. But I think some form of maths would be good.
Yeah.
And in my mind as well, I'm seeing that as kind of like some form of financial knowledge, which could hopefully
this is it.
help, because that's what kids need to know these days.
100%.
Being smart with money and all that kind of stuff.
It's a step closer to that. Yeah,
Budgeting and all that stuff.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'll end it there. And that's it
you.
for the People's Channel.
All right, let's get into Wellness Wednesday.
All right, so for Wellness Wednesday, first Wednesday of the year, figured I won't do the normal 3 quotes. I'll be doing 5, right?
Okay.
And basically, these quotes are kind of just around the whole. I feel like these are just some wholesome quotes to kind of start your year with, pretty much, about dreaming and actually just pursuing certain goals and whatnot. So the first one is by the legendary Harriet Tubman. And she said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world." Harriet Tubman. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. The next one is from a legendary Pan-African by the name of Booker T. Washington. And he said, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed."
My pastor basically said that on Sunday.
There you go, man.
You're back in church.
Huh?
Sorry.
There's a white church. I don't go to African churches.
I said you're back in church.
Oh, yeah.
People, I think you lot should attend Esther's church so we can Africanize it. All right.
No. I don't need that. I don't need no casting and binding in there. It's wholesome up in there.
Every time you state what you want or believe, you're the first to hear it. It's a message to both you and others about what you think is possible. Don't put a ceiling on yourself. That quote was by Oprah Winfrey. She said, "Every time you state what you want or believe, you're the first to hear it. It's a message to both you and others about what you think is possible. Don't put a ceiling on yourself." Next quote, "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid." And that's by Audre Lorde. Every now and again, I quote her. She's, basically her work. If you guys are interested, check out Audre Lorde's work. Amazing writer. Anyway, when I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. And the last one is by Alice Walker. No person is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow.
That's a word.
Yep. No person is your friend who demands your silence or denies your right to grow.
We talked about that before. Yeah.
There you go.
What kind of stuff does Audre Lorde write?
There's all stuff about, I guess, like civil rights and human rights, and it was during that period. She was a mother. She was a feminist. She was also part of the LGBT community back then. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that people would say were just living contradictions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like all these things she struggled with and she wrote about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recommend me a book, please.
Yes.
I'll read it.
She had an essay called "You Cannot Dismantle the Master's House with his Tools."
Okay,
versus
Audre.
tools. Yeah, I probably said it a bit wrong, but yeah, that's the gist of it.
Okay, that's lit.
Sister Outsider, that's the book. Sister Outsider is basically a book, a collection of all bare different essays and stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful book.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But you guys know that we have a daily segment. Is the music playing?
No.
I'm hearing things. Okay. We have a daily segment asking for a friend. What would you do? The rotation, Wellness Wednesday, Woke a Joke. If you would like to contribute to any of these segments, you can send your suggestions in to the phone number 075 64841073. You can also do that in the community.thenewblack.com. Let us know what the segment's for. If you want to write in for asking for a friend assist, what would you do? Send in to the number or email tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. Before we get into the next thing, do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also, like we said at the beginning of the show, go on our Twitter the day after TNB and kindly retweet the tweet about today's show. It helps the algorithm. It helps us being. It just helps to share it and helps us grow. But yeah,
And get in the habit of doing it, please, people.
Yes,
Thank you very
let's
much.
get in the habit of doing it.
We all have to grow this community together.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Don't be a witch. All right.
And a wizard.
Nah, men can be witches too.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, you know to be bitchy about it. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so this next headline is a trigger warning here. It's horrible. It's a horrible story. For various reasons, it'll become obvious when I read about it. And we kind of touched on it.
Sorry, wait.
Thank you
Trigger
very much.
warning on sexual assault.
Imagine he's saying, wait, you will find out.
No, I'm about to say
No,
trigger
no,
warning before I start, innit? This guy. It's in the headline, man. I'm going to read it out. Listen, 2023, patience, people. Patience.
We just did it Wellness Wednesday.
You know what I mean? Trigger warning.
The spoiler alert.
Yeah. So basically, we kind of touched on this before when this first became a story. But I'll just get into it. So Eleanor Williams said that she was the victim of a grooming gang and had been raped multiple times, sparking outrage and protests in her hometown. By the way, it's a long story, but I'm not going to go through all of it, basically. Yeah. But just kind of wrap it up. But as she's convicted of multiple counts of perverting the course of justice for inventing the whole story, the BBC basically was looking at the impact her lies had basically on the community and everything going forward, yeah? So basically, this is what happened. And it was a story that went viral on social media as well, right? So the then 19-year-old claimed she had been passed around for sex for years across the north of England by an Asian gang who drugged her, beat her, blackmailed her, and threatened her with weapons. It captivated her hometown of Barrow in Cumbria, heaped pressure on the police, led to abuse for local journalists, and excited the far right, of course. Now, a jury has decided her tales of being trafficked abroad and the photos of her injuries were all lies. What? Yes. The bruises that hundreds of thousands saw in her Facebook photos were actually real. They were real pictures and everything, not photoshopped, but they were actually caused by Williams' own hand after she attacked herself with a hammer. Months before she posted her lies, she had been relating an even more elaborate story to the police, claiming a string of innocent men were rapists, sex traffickers, and armed murderers. All this type of stuff she was talking about, yeah? One man, she said, had trafficked her to Amsterdam, forced her to work in a brothel, and sold her in a slave auction. This is what she's saying to the police. This is what she's saying. Oh, 100%, yeah. But guess what? This same man is minding his business, buying stuff in B&Q at the time.
Wow, look at God.
I'm telling you. So they look through his phone, his bank records.
The CCTV,
this
thank
man
God.
He's chilling in England.
Can you understand what colour tile to buy? That's mad.
It's so crazy. Another, she said, was an Asian drug dealer who had threatened to kill her and dump her in the sea unless she had sex with him and multiple men, basically. Yeah, so basically, long story short, I don't want to go into the full ins and out of the story, but just loads of lies, more lies, and she was convicted, basically.
How did she get?
They have not done the whole sentencing yet.
She's been there for life. Because that's dangerous. What if these people have been... oh, my gosh.
Crazy. And these men have come out, basically. She's ruined our lives. Even though, obviously, it's been found that she's lying and stuff. The stigma, what I'm saying, the things they went through. It's just kind of...
How long ago was this?
This was... I believe this was last year, I think it started from 2019, if I'm not mistaken, right? But I think the whole thing became more public last year because we reported on this as well. But yeah, that's that anyway. So people can look into that. And her name is Eleanor Williams. Next story, again, trigger warning, sad news as well here. And A British man has died after being shot in Jamaica. Sean Patterson, a personal trainer from West London, was found on Monday with gunshot wounds to his upper body and head in St. James, an officer said. Yeah. Jamaica's constabulary force told PA news agency that witnesses heard loud explosions. Mr. Patterson, 33, was transported to hospital but could not be revived, unfortunately. According to the local media reports, the 33-year-old was approached by a man with a gun whilst he was standing in the pool deck at a villa in Bogue Hill around 11:45 local time, which is like 4:45 our time, on Monday in the afternoon. Officers from Montego Bay Police received reports that Mr. Patterson was standing by the pool of the guest house. A Foreign Office spokesperson said they were supporting the family of the British man who died in Jamaica and are in contact with the local authorities. Local media said the 34-year-old man has been taken into custody. Yeah, the Gleaner newspaper reported that 198 murders were recorded in St. James last year.
Is Jamaica like every other country where obviously that crimes just happen and stuff? Or is it like an intensified rate?
The Jamaican in the room may be able to tell us more. But to be honest, like Jamaica was like at one stage like top 3, innit?
What?
Murder country, like the most murders in the world.
No.
Jamaica, I'm telling you. Yeah, 100%.
That's Trinidad.
I'm not saying Trinidad beat them now, but
You don't even believe that when you said it.
What?
Really, Brent? Is that your people?
One second.
Don't ask him about Jamaica. He doesn't know much about Jamaica.
One second. Don't deflect. You don't know about bad man in Trinidad?
No.
No, Brent.
It's gotten much worse.
No, Brent. One second, Brent. Tell him I'm not joking.
He's not joking.
Really?
Trinidad's full of wickedness.
It's gotten much worse now that the whole South America is now literally camped in Trinidad.
You're blaming South Americans.
No, it's gotten much worse since that has happened.
I'm just saying. I don't think
whole set
Jamaica's.
of drug cartels killing people.
I think
But not the innocent people, by the way. It's
I
just,
think Trinidad's been top 3. I'm not sure if Jamaica's ever been top 3.
it's definitely been top shit.
I think I've heard that at one point.
Jamaica.
Yeah, I think I've heard about Jamaica being top.
100%, it was up there, man.
So it's not safe because I was planning a trip to Jamaica this year.
It's safe.
Let's go to the tourist parts.
But then I was, but who knows what, was this guy living there?
I'm not even too sure.
It's either Jamaica or Barbados.
Go
Which
more,
one's
babe.
safer?
Barbados is safe.
Yeah.
I don't like problems, you know.
No, Barbados is super safe.
Yeah, but you only find white people in Barbados, to be honest.
Oh no, I haven't been.
Is it?
But the whites love Barbados though. And
But would the food be white there?
No.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't say like that. You were so disappointed in me. You're like, no.
Of course not. They just like to cater.
Yeah, that's fine then. I'm going for the food and vibes.
Barbados got white people in a chokehold. I wonder what it's like. I need to go and see. Must be nice.
I'll let you guys know. But I really wanted to go to Jamaica. It's just we reported a few Jamaican.
I think you should ask Gina. She's been more than Max.
Where, Jamaica?
That's what I said.
Oh yeah, she's been to.
Jamaica's nice. I've been to Jamaica.
Have you?
I've only been to Jamaica
It
once.
was nice.
Yeah, it was nice, man. I went to, was it Negro? So it's more like the
Yeah,
touristic
that name doesn't
place.
sound right with me. Who named it that? White people, isn't it?
I have no idea. No
It's so
idea.
sneaky.
Well, it's nice. It's a nice place though. I'll tell you should go. Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you guys know anyway.
What are you catching me drinking for?
Yeah, because you fucking heavy. Yeah.
And have the proper experience when you go. Collect the Rasta man as well.
And
You know, I like my men bald. I don't like my men with hair. don't get me. It's the first show of the year. Don't.
All right. So our next headline, yeah.
Quickly, please.
Yeah.
Trying to get me cancelled.
So I want you lot to tell me briefly, like, what you think of this situation, yeah. But yeah, let me just tell you the ins and out. So basically, a punter, yeah, thought he had won nearly £15,000, yeah, after staking just £10 on a series of World Cup bets.
Horrid.
Yeah. Only for one of Britain's biggest bookies to refuse to pay him the money. Yeah, so Liam Manifold, who's 30 from Staffordshire, had already planned how to spend the cash when Coral said it was not going to hand over the winnings. The football fan expected odds of 1,495 to 1, yeah, after predicting that Argentina would be crowned overall winners of the World Cup. Lionel Messi will be play the tournament and France will also make the final. So all them three, yeah. So obviously, he's rushed back to the betting shop December 11th, the day after the final, saying they ain't giving him the piece. Coral said that the bets could not be combined into a treble because the three events were closely related to each other.
Oh, stop it, man.
Yeah, so it claimed that Mr. Manifold also, this is what they also said, that he wrote the odds on the slip himself. Yeah. A spokesperson for Coral said that events were closely related to each other, so the prices offered on them individually could not be included in a multiple bet. The bookmaker said it had made a very fair and generous offer for the settlement of the bet. They're looking to give him £660.
Okay. That's fair for £15,000.
So yeah, he says obviously he was planning to buy his disabled dad a new mobility scooter with the money, put some money away for the future. You know the stories, yeah.
He was going to get some bitches in Barbados. That's what he was going to do. The heck?
He said that the firm should pay up as his triple bet was accepted without any issue. He also said, that I went to cash in the bet, and they said it shouldn't have been placed, and offered me £660 for it. I've gone through their complaint system. There's no leeway. I've gone to independent complaints committee, and I'm waiting back to hear from them.
No, I'm not having that. Because you did
they
it.
have the bet in the system?
They said they wrote the slip.
Yeah, but don't they have it on their end?
Yeah, because they accepted it, he said.
Because you can't just, when you go to make a bet, they input in the computer. You can't just write on the paper and walk off.
Yeah. And he said they
They
accepted
input it in the computer because they give you the. No, but some of them are paper slips.
No, but what I mean is they have no record of his bet on their end.
I think they have
because they're saying, he wrote on the paper. But where's your proof of the bet? Because he made a bet.
As in on their end.
Where's the proof on their end?
Yeah, but
they must have a copy though, like a paper copy too.
Yeah, because what he's saying is that
paper copy,
he did
this is
it.
2022, bro. I don't even bet, but I'm sure that
I
know it's old school, but I'm sure I've seen written slips on papers. You can do that. Don't do it.
Yeah, he does it, but I don't think that...
No, they do it. When you give it to them, that's why I'm saying they're bumping him, because they would have had to calculate. He couldn't have written his own odds.
Yeah. Exactly.
They would have had to calculate the odds. For him to say that he's expecting that, they would have to give it to him. And even if it is done on paper, they would have run it through and to say this is what.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
You know when companies say it shouldn't have happened. I don't want to hear that. Yeah. They shouldn't have happened is why you pay this man now and then you make sure next time it doesn't happen. Because they acknowledged it. That's
what's killing him is that it's not on the app here. But if they've took his money and the colleagues pushed it through and they've drawn up the odds, because I don't see how he would be plucking these. I don't know how he plucked these odds out of thin air. It don't make sense. If they drew up the odds for him and they've accepted in his money, he needs to go. Princess Vice Trust Bureau. What's it called?
Citizens
Advice Bureau, Princess Trust somewhere.
Princess Trust.
No, he needs to go.
The
Ombudsman.
Trust.
He needs to go somewhere. You get me? He needs some type of help, because I'm saying I'm gonna get my money.
Facts.
I'm gonna get my money. This is crazy. I ain't done nothing wrong here.
Nah, you're paying me that money, you know.
100%. That's ridiculous.
Nah,
it's killing him that he ain't done it on the app. It's the paper one. But again, though, I've done
acknowledged it.
No, I've done paper bets before. They have to they have to do it. That they write it up.
That's what I'm saying. So they've got their records on his end that this was the bet he placed.
But then they're just holding on to the whole factor of we can't. The treble one should not have happened. It shouldn't have happened, but guess what? It did.
That's it.
So it's my money.
It's that simple.
And the next time next World Cup, you be careful.
Yeah.
Nah, give the man what's his name? Jeremy?
But it could be.
Give him money.
It could be void, because there's certain bets, if you try and put them on the app, it won't allow you to put them as a treble. It will put them separately. And I'm guessing that's what they're saying when the things are too close. When the things are too close, innit?
You should have told him. You can't acknowledge it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's human error. But if it's void, it's void.
No,
Do you get what I mean?
But if I had lost the bet, you would have kept my £10.
Exactly.
Yeah, but still, it's still void if it's human error. If it don't exist. Think about this, If you could go on the app here and you couldn't place the treble, it's impossible to place the treble. It will give it to you the individual bets, But then someone writ it out on thing. That human error is a mistake for something that still doesn't exist. If that makes sense. If it's impossible to do it, then. But then even though they said it on paper, but it's impossible. It don't work. So that human error, you can't. Huh?
But then he got the odds, so they worked it out.
Yeah, but that's human error. I'm saying if it was on an app, there wouldn't be no talking.
So how did they work out the odds?
That's math.
Yeah,
that's what Rishi wants to.
That's
Rishi.
Yeah,
that's Rishi.
They've got the odds for the individual.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is that it's human error. Like if you put it on the app, it would have been void or whatever. But it wasn't void in the human error because they were able to work something out and said these are the odds.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear it. I think he might be screwed though, slightly now.
I hope he isn't, man. You used to give Coral Danai.
But
should
we?
I think we should.
A bit more.
I'm livid on behalf of him.
Let me look into these laws.
I'm actually livid on behalf of him because give my money.
If they want to...
I think they've got to settle it.
If they want to settle, ain't that like, it's like what Yuzo was saying, if someone settles out, no, was that Yuzo or was that someone else I was having a conversation? If someone settles out of court, is that like a mitigation to something kind of thing?
Oh, admitting.
Kind of thing.
Kind of.
So if they're offering him money, is that some kind
They
of
are.
admittance
They
that
are.
there's,
They know what they're doing.
Exactly.
that there's something in there?
That's what I think. Listen, press on, Jeremy. Go to the Baz Bureau.
I like how you're not saying this, setting a new precedent. Michael Jackson is revisited.
That's different.
No, Michael Jackson got found not guilty by the FBI.
You know, he paid out to court, right?
Yeah, that's irrelevant. When the FBI,
Exactly.
when the FBI, yeah, one of the biggest police forces in the world,
Yeah.
with extensive resources, yeah,
And
with
that royal killer.
with a 99% success conviction rate, yeah, investigated the man, he beat the case.
Picking and choosing.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Interesting
Man.
that.
Big up Michael, man.
Yeah, free Mike.
He's dead.
He
Exactly.
wants
time-
him out of hell.
You know that,
Man said,
man.
from my lips to your ears, God. Ridiculous.
But yeah,
Alright.
that's the end of the headlines.
Thank you. What's next? Oh, reaction. Let's get into reaction.
Boy, the results in recent weeks have been going. Boy, you know, look at this thing. I don't want to bring up old news. Last year, you know what I'm saying?
No. Let's unpack the last 3 games.
Or just the last 3. All right, then. Well, we're black. It's the reaction. January 2023. And before we even get into anything, I want to say, yeah, enough of you man are gassed, yeah. Rightly so, you get me. You've been doing all right. But, yeah, don't lower yourself into like a little sense of full security. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what is it, like 16, 17 games played? Usually, if we was at this point in the year, the sentiments would be different. So I understand why everybody feels how they feel.
Hold on, who are you referring to? And what
talking about Arsenal.
what sentence
I'm
are you referring
I'm
to?
just saying, league positions.
Oh, go on, speak.
No,
Who are you referring to exactly?
No, not doing all that.
Man said you lot. Like, who are you talking about?
Said at me.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying the sentiments. Usually, like the sentiments behind the league positions will be different at this stage in the year. So we're confused. So I understand why people feel how they feel, but it's not that.
Doing this.
Oh, dear. That's so funny.
So I'm just saying, just let it be known, we're not even at the halfway point yet. There's still tons and tons and tons of football to be played. I will say, I don't think a team has accumulated this many points after this many games and not won the league. Ever?
The thing is,
Ever.
This just shows, yeah, how much of a hater you are and how scared you are, right? So you want to just put on, like you're pissed right now, yeah.
Pissed?
Like you are where you are and we're where we are. So
We are 9 points behind you,
You just want to accumulate.
with a game in hand.
You want to accumulate pressure.
One second.
You want to accumulate pressure.
1 second, because that's 2 matches.
It's all right. It's
baby,
all right. It's all right.
That's baby girl. Listen,
I am not your baby girl.
First of all,
Let's get that abundantly clear.
That's
I am
2
not your baby
matches.
girl.
That's 2 matches, you know.
And so what?
Well, so why are we pissed?
Do you think that you are in the mix right now? You're not in the mix. Relax.
He's talking
relax,
like he's in the
relax
mix.
down there.
We're
You are
9 from the top.
You are too happy
With
right
one game in
now.
hand.
You are not in the mix.
Well, I don't know.
Mugs.
I don't know what the mix looks like. I don't know what kind of mix. I don't know what kind of mix you're referring to.
You ain't been in the conversation this whole entire year.
I don't know what kind of mix
I
you're
don't know
referring
where this
to.
smile and this glee is coming from. You have not been in the mix. You have not been in the mix at all. It's been Man City and Arsenal. Don't inject yourself into the conversation, please. Stay over there.
That's right.
Stay way over there, bro.
That's right.
Where are we? 2 points off City?
Yeah.
No, we're not 2 points off City, actually. We're wrong.
Wow.
We will be.
Of who?
Wow.
We'll be 2 points off City with both of our game in hand.
If you win.
So if we win it.
Is that what you said?
Do you know our game in hand? Do you know what our
No, is that what you said?
Yeah, but our the fixture that got moved is it's Leeds at home when we win it. when we win it.
Look at the table quickly.
Yeah, it's Leeds at home. That's the fixture that got moved. That's our game in hand. Leeds at home. Yeah. Context is important,
Bro,
guys.
we're on the same games. You've got 35 points, we have 44 points.
You sure we're the same games?
Yeah, 17 games each.
Okay.
I'm talking about all these games in hands. City got a game in hand.
City and Newcastle, innit?
No, Newcastle played the game more. They've
Yeah, so we've got a game in hand.
On Newcastle, not on us.
Oh, you're saying City's got a game in hand on you?
Yeah.
Have we got a game in hand on City then? No.
No.
Oh, shit. Okay, it's not as good as I thought. Sorry.
I was thinking, where's all these extra games coming from?
It's all right, but no, man, stuff is going on, man. Anyway, people, last night, man, great round of football. It's been good for the past couple of days, man. Boxing Day, yeah, man. The results are going well. If anybody cares, United want to throw on the spin. But let's get into Arsenal versus Newcastle. Let's read these headlines out. So, Arsenal missed a chance to go 10 points clear in the Premier League title race after being held 0-0 at home by a gritty Newcastle, which is a poor result.
What? How's it a poor result?
It was a poor result for me when I drew 0-0 at home to Newcastle.
It
was a poor result the other day when Newcastle drew 0-0 at home to Leeds. Just in the position that you're in,
Newcastle at home have one of the best defensive records in the Prem. They're third for a reason, right? We got robbed of 2 penalties.
You should have beat them.
Yeah.
Never got robbed. Not the handball. The handball was not
the handball and the drag back on Gabriel.
I'm not going to lie to you. I missed the drag back, but that was not a handball.
There were 2 drag backs, to be honest. There were 2 short pulls that could have gone to a penalty.
Interesting.
But
I can't believe what we're coming to. Blaming the refs.
We dropped the ball there.
Yeah, it was a bad result.
That's the type of vibe I'm on nowadays.
I appreciate
we
that.
We dropped the ball.
I'm not trying to point the finger. I'm telling you it's a bad result because I believe when I drew 0-0 with Newcastle at home, it was a bad result for me.
Yeah, but dropping points is always a bad result. But what I'm saying is, in the context of the whole season, we've lost 1 game this whole season. Yeah. We're not going to win every single game moving forward. No, we're about to slip up here and there, innit? We had a tough game at Newcastle. I feel like we should have won the game. We picked up a point. It's better than nothing, innit?
No, definitely. You're a glass half full, glass half empty kind of guy.
Listen, we're still top of the league.
Yeah, no. There's nothing to. This is still good. It's still good. It was just a bad result. It was a bad result, just in isolation. I'm not pointing fingers or anything. Let's have it right. In what was a tempestuous encounter, Arsenal failed to score in a Premier League match for the first time in 17 games as they struggled to create quality chances against Eddie Howe's team despite bossing possession. Arsenal's frustrations raised further in injury time as a late penalty appeal for a handball from Jacob Murphy was not awarded by referee Andy Medley and VAR did not intervene. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta called it a scandalous decision. The result further strengthened Newcastle's case for a top 4 finish as they defended their box expertly and protected their goalkeeper Nick Pope. Howe's side remained the best defence in the Premier League this season, conceding just 11 goals and keeping 10 clean sheets. Serious stuff, man. Serious stuff. Eddie got it right, man. I met Joe Willock in the dance in Manny before, and I was asking him, what's he saying? Like, he's happy about that. He was like, no, he's good. He's gone back to basics. He's just got us running. I'm saying, right, you sure that's what you need? He's like, no, trust me, this is exactly what we needed. You get me? Like, he just got us running, and they're a proper, solid outfit. So yeah,
it's working.
Big up them. What's next on the docket? Man United versus Bournemouth. So Manchester United defeated Bournemouth 3-0 at Old Trafford to move level on points with third place Newcastle in the Premier League table. Casemiro's controlled volley from Christian Eriksen's free kick put Erik ten Hag's side in front midway through the first half before Luke Shaw doubled the advantage early in the second half by finishing a fine team goal. Shaw's brilliant pass set up Marcus Rashford for the third. Ten Hag had made changes, welcoming Harry Maguire and Marcus Rashford back to the team, while Donny van der Beek started his first Premier League game at home for 19 months, although he was forced off injured before half-time following a strong challenge. But that did nothing to halt United's momentum. Alejandro Garnacho coming on to set up the second goal. It was a thoroughly deserved victory for United. They're 6th in succession in all competitions. Bournemouth remain just 2 points above the relegation zone. Yeah, man, 4 wins in the league. What was that? 9 wins out of our last 10, maybe? All comps. Since the horrid start to the season, first 2 games. I feel like we've gone undefeated. No, Villa beat us 3-1 actually. Villa beat us 3-1. Them games, man. I don't know what happened, man. That would kill us. We'll be like, them games there, by rights. Because I swear the Brentford one was at home as well. That's by rights. That's like 6 points, really and truly. Obviously it wasn't because we didn't get it, but really and truly, that should be 6 points that we got. We should be 2 points behind you right now. Like right now.
2.
Should be.
Yeah.
2? Where did you get 2 from?
6. Because I feel like we should have drew against Villa.
Anyway, go away, man. I don't like the way you're trying to put yourself into this mix, bruv. Go away, bruv. You're not involved in this, bruv. I'm trying to get all happy in that.
It's 3 games.
Go away. You're not involved in this title mix-up right now.
Do you think, from now, because since that point, since we lost the game, we probably got better. We're probably the unformed team in the league. Probably got accumulated more points than you. Do you think
the unformed team in the league?
Yeah, since
What?
Mugs,
Yeah,
what's your last 10
Brother!
compared to
what?
our last 10? What are you talking about? Because we drew yesterday, that suddenly we're not the unformed team. What's our last 10?
if you take away our first 2 drop points, I think we got more points.
What's
than
our
you.
last 10 saying? In the league, we've only lost 1 game this season. What are you on
Yeah, but
about?
how many have you drew?
1, 2. We won 2. Yesterday was the second one.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
But just look at the table. I don't want something
We're
doing.
top of the league on 44 points. We've lost 1 and drawn
drew
2.
2.
So how are we not the informed team?
Yeah, we've lost 3.
No, you've lost 4.
Shit, who's the? Oh, City's pumped us as well,
Lost
innit?
4.
Yeah, City
You
pumped
ain't
us.
no unformed. We're the unformed team. 1 draw don't change that.
You sure?
Yes.
I mean,
I mean what?
when you really take
1
it.
draw don't change that, but we're still the informed team. We've lost 1 game the whole season, bro.
No, but league, have you got knocked out of cups?
Yeah, we got knocked out the what's it called? The Carling Cup.
We didn't. We walked up.
Well, excuse me. When I say informed team, then it's not just necessarily
I'm
league
talking about
results.
Prem. I'm talking about Prem.
Yeah, so Prem, no, but if we're just talking about all comps,
I'm not gonna lie, that little blip in the Carling Cup, that was, when was that? That was ages ago.
I can't remember.
We walked
yeah,
up.
that was whatever.
We sacrificed that cup.
I'm just saying, we're not the form team then, but we're one of the form teams. You feel me? And if you lot could honestly say that there's not going to be a 9-point disparity between us in the
But last season it was 11-point disparity.
what, in our favour?
No, in our favour, against you.
What do you mean?
Didn't we finish 11 points above you last season?
I can't remember. Where did you finish?
We finished 5th, you finished 6th, 11 points behind us, I swear. Unless I was the season before that, I can't remember.
It wasn't 11 points.
Sound like that.
11?
I got to check. Don't quote me on that. I'll check.
It could have been that bad, you know? I can't remember. I
never thought I would hear a Man United fan talking like you, to be honest.
You know what it is?
Talking at me
You know
how?
what-
Say what?
You know, no, it is Brent, right?
Measuring yourself up against
Arsenal was a team, yeah,
Could
that
imagine.
finished, what, 8th and 5th, yeah. Now suddenly it's, everyone's clutching at straws to find reasons to just come at us
That's not true.
because you're scared.
Scared of what?
You don't want us to win the league.
I'd rather you don't win it than City.
Yeah, because you're Manchester City, Man United rivalry, but
I don't have no problem with Arsenal. Arsenal hate United. Arsenal hate London United fans as well. This is why we always clash, yeah. And then we had there's that little bit in time. So in schools, depending on what age you are, secondary school, like growing up, all you know is United Arsenal because boom, boom, boom. But it's not real. That's like a London thing. Like you're not in our rivals.
no, it is real. It is real.
It's not. Well, it's
real.
not.
No,
You're
it
not
is
in our
real.
rivals.
Some rivalries are based on locality. Some are based on competition, right?
Northerners don't feel like this about Arsenal. This is a London thing. It's because we support United and we live in London. And then we get it in the neck from all the London fans who support Arsenal saying, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
but what I'm
And then
saying
there's
is
all
rivalries
contentious. So there's
are
that,
not just based
there's
off
that
of
thing
locality,
there.
though.
What I'm trying to say is that that Arsenal United rivalry thing
Yeah.
there, that what amps it up like that is the London thing. I'm saying mutes that are born, raised, lived their whole life in Manchester do not feel this way about Arsenal.
That's fine.
Yeah, so it's not. You're not really alright. It's not
No,
that
but
deep.
I'm not living in the life of people in Manchester, innit? I'm talking about my reality, innit? So I live in London and I've grown up around Man United fans who live in London. So
Yeah,
obviously
you
that's
lot have won
my
the league
rivalry.
about 3 times or something like that, and you're calling it a rivalry. I won it damn near every year I've lived, apart from in the recent history. Then you are trying to pretend like this is some rivalry, like you are on man's level. Like it's not that, man.
Relax, bro, relax. Don't try and rewrite history. Man United and Arsenal had a heated rivalry.
It was like a
for
4-year
years.
period. It was like a 4-year period or
It was
something like
longer than
this.
4 years. It was longer than 4 years.
How many times you won the league?
It was longer than 4 years.
How many times you won the Prem?
We won the Prem 3 times. How many times? Wait. Have
Okay,
I finished?
forget it.
How many times did we finish second place? Exactly. Don't try and be egregious.
He knows it was longer than 4 years.
If Arsenal finished second and you finished first for bare years, that's a rivalry, bro. Not because we won. Yeah, we won 3 out of the whatever years because we fucked up and we should have won more. But don't tell me that a team that's doing 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 for years is not a rivalry. Relax. Rivalries can be based on locality, yeah, and based on competition. What are you talking about? I don't give a fuck about people that live in Manchester. I live here. What are you talking about, bruv?
So contentious.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, but for real, what are you talking about? Rivalries are built on more than just where you live. This ain't postcode wars. Yeah. if I go to school with Man United fans, then that's me and them arguing about football every single day. If also Man United are doing first and second for years, Wenger versus Ferguson, it's a rivalry. Doesn't matter that you're from up north and we're in London. Doesn't matter.
Fair enough. All right then. Let's use the title. E-man, take the next one. Sorry.
Cool. So next one was some sad news, man, that happened basically in America with NFL star. Do you know him, Damar Hamlin? Damar Hamlin?
No, I never knew about him until I had to go backwards. I had to see what the whole Skip Bayless thing was about.
Okay.
Then go backwards and find out why his tweet was so controversial.
So basically, the American football star, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Damar Hamlin, he had a heart attack during the NFL game and he's still in intensive care in a critical condition. So the Buffalo Bills tweeted that he spent last night in the intensive care unit and remains there in critical condition at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. We are grateful and thankful for the outpouring of support we have received thus far. The update came shortly after Hamlin's family expressed their sincere gratitude for the love and support shown to him during this challenging time and thanked the first responders and hospital staff in Cincinnati. The defensive back, who's 24, collapsed on the field and was given CPR for about 10 minutes after he was injured after making a tackle during a match against the Cincinnati Bengals. He collided with the Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins in the incident on Monday night. He then managed to get up to his feet and appeared to adjust his helmet before tumbling backwards and lying motionless. The Bill said his heart stopped before his heartbeat was then restored on the pitch by medical staff. Yeah, so, yeah. Thank God he's not, it wasn't certified, you know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, hopefully he recovers soon, man. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is about Lawrence Okolie, who's a world champion, WBO cruiserweight titleist, and basically there was like an issue that was going on between him and Eddie Hearn, basically, right? Let me just read it. So basically, Eddie Hearn has taken exception to Lawrence Okolie's attempt to align himself with a new promoter, apparently, right? So like I said, Okolie, who's the WBO cruiserweight champion, and Hearn, the head of Matchroom, were in a legal battle over his contract. So Okolie believed that he had fulfilled his obligations with Matchroom, while Matchroom believed Okolie owed them one more fight. But Okolie said that he had a lucrative offer from another promoter and presented it to Hearn, but Hearn refused to match it. So it was recently reported by different outlets. Seconds Out, I believe I saw their interview with Okolie this morning. But basically what it was is that there was some uncertainty about his promotional status, yeah. Okolie is headed to fight his mandatory defence against David Light on March the 11th in London. And that's projected to be promoted by Boxer, who's like a promotional upstart, right? And one of the key content providers for Sky Sports. So yeah, long story short, like I just said, there was a dispute between if there was like an additional fight he had to fight on the Matchroom. So when he's gone to Eddie Hearn to be like, yo, this is what I'm getting from, I think, Boxer, yeah? Can you match this so I can stay on Matchroom? He's like, what are you talking about matching this, basically? Like, you still got to fight in this contract. He's like, what are you talking about? The contract says, this is how many fights I've got with you. I've done that. You know what I'm saying? So there was a back and forth about that. And, yeah. Long story short, they've settled it now. And, yeah, Okolie, like, he really handled it professionally, man. Because it's not like he's been slandering Eddie Hearn like a lot of other boxers would do. And obviously, to be fair, he has every right to. But, yeah, I've got a lot of respect for Okolie. He's a talented fighter as well, man. Young and world champion. And he's doing a lot of stuff outside the ring as well. He's got this thing called Okolie Fit, where it's kind of just motivating people to stay fit. All different things as well. And which he actually is a coach in the whole thing as well, right? Also, he's into, like, I think there's like a new scheme business where he's trying to look at ways to provide some type of aftercare for boxers. Because obviously he's realised that it's happened to so many boxers already, yeah, where you could be world champion, but once you retire, and now you're dealing with the after effects of all them blows to your head and certain things happening in life, no one cares for you. You know what I'm saying? See you down the street, you're just living regular life. You know what I'm saying? It's not like these guys can get regular jobs as well. So if they haven't made the money during their boxing careers, they kind of suffer at the end of it. And not only that, people who were young, for example, but due to certain injuries, have had to drop out of boxing, can't box no more, don't really have any type of support, be it therapy or otherwise. And so he's kind of looking into that and trying to provide a way for that kind of support to be there and readily accessible and available for boxers as well. So again, for a young man to be doing that as well, and the world champion as well, much respect to him, man. And I'm glad he's kind of sorted out this thing with Eddie Hearn as well. And it hasn't been something that's kind of just lingering there and trying to mess up his career, pretty much. So yeah, all the best to Lawrence Okolie in his fight against David Lightman. And that's the end of the headlines.
All right, then let's get into Out Ere then, man. Well, first Out Ere of the year. I'm going to warm music in, going to ease it in. This is nice, light, you get me? This is a celebration. Man getting paid out, you get me? Shouts out Ryan Parkinson, BMW Out Ere for discrimination and them thing there. Basically, I don't know how it works, yeah, but when you go on your lunch break, do you have to say that you're going now?
Don't you always tell your boss you're going?
Oh no, I've never had no boss.
I think it depends on the type of job you have. But
Like,
normally,
if you got a set time.
if you got a set lunch break, I guess if you're working in a corporate environment, then you just go.
Yeah.
If you're working retail, maybe that's when you tell your boss in case there's something you got to do before you leave, or you might be in the middle of something. Like for example, if you're at a till serving a customer and it's your lunch break, you don't just drop everything and walk.
What about if you was at
Walk
like a factory kind of settings, like a kind of thing?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would.
Because them man, they clock in, clock off. You feel me?
If you've got a set lunchtime, like 12 o'clock every single day, then I'm sure you just
Yeah. And I think it depends on the culture. In
yeah,
that
the
particular
culture, the
workplace,
environment, you know,
Yeah.
just all those little nuances.
Well, I only wanted to go into this side because, like I said, big up Ryan Parkinson. He got himself for some money, man. Unfairly dismissal. He's works in an assembly line, so I don't know. He would, like I said, he would clock on, clock off. You'd have your set lunchtime. You should be able to go about your business, isn't it? I read this. What caught my mind? Caught my eye. Sorry. Assembly worker Ryan Parkinson was sacked twice for leaving the BMW plant to go and get food. Firstly, was this one occasion? How did he get sacked twice?
Unless he got sacked, rehired, and then sacked again.
I think that's what it was.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Because I kind of looked into it. So it was basically like what Yusuf just said.
Oh, they sacked him.
Yeah. Then he's kind of contested it.
Rehired him.
Retired.
And
And then
And they sacked him again?
yeah, for a similar thing.
For the
Or
same thing?
Same thing.
Basically, you can't do what you want out here, man. We're down bad. We are working, hard earning taxpayers. You work your time that's been allotted to you. You go to lunch and you get fired. Donnie got fired for going to Burger King. He got fired for going to Burger King. He was gone for about an hour. He was supposed to be allowed to be gone. That was his lunch break. He came back. They sacked him.
what was their justification behind it?
You never told no one you was going nowhere. You never like. And he's saying, "Are you not stupid?" You lot was saying. He's saying, "What do you mean I never told no one? We was all there talking about food. It's lunchtime. You lot were saying you want a kebab.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying that they want a kebab. You get me? You man said you want a kebab. I said I don't want no kebab.
Yeah.
I want Burger King. I jumped on my scooter. I went Burger King. What are you talking about? I come back sacked.
It's weird.
That's cahoots, isn't it? I think BMW are in cahoots with the kebab shop, and they got a deal that they sent all their workers down there at lunchtime, and they was breaking up. It didn't make no sense to me because this man ain't done nothing wrong.
Well, was he the only one who went for lunch out of that group of people who were just talking about kebabs?
No, they went kebab shop. I think they went kebab shop. I'm guessing they went and had kebab, but he don't even know actually. After they was all talking about kebab, he heard the kebab. He said, "No, I'm not on this kebab flow. I know what I'm looking. A what pot thing." And he said, "I want Burger King," and he went there.
But for him to get sacked, he must have acted alone. Because if a group of people are all discussing about lunch, just say they're discussing about lunch at 11:50, again for lunch at 12. If they're all talking about, yeah, I'm getting kebab, I'm getting this. I'm sure they're all going out for lunch, not just him by himself.
Yeah.
So why is he being singled out?
He said it's discrimination and race related, man.
Okay.
Like they're telling him that's what he's saying. He's being reprimanded literally for not telling anyone. And again, obviously there's different rules in different workplaces, but I don't understand what do they mean. He didn't tell anyone if he was on his lunch break. Like,
I'm sure.
What's the tell?
I'm sure that's not a sackable offence. That might be a little meeting or. You know what I mean?
Well, he got. He got. They got him out of it. But every cloud, silver lining. The tribunal, he was awarded £16,916. It's gonna go a long way.
Yeah,
it's gonna go a long way in this day and age we're living in this climate and this cost of living on this godforsaken island. It's gonna go a long way. So big up him. You get all the Burger King you want, Killy. You get all the Burger King you want. You are absolutely back right now. So yeah, man, go live your life. Do your thing, get your money, man. But BMW, man, stop being racist, man. If a black man want a burger, let them go get their burgers, man. It's not everyday kebab. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not everyday kebab. I don't understand. Like I said, a lot of users are damn bad. I've never really played by rules, so I don't understand how a man could be getting sacked and be getting in trouble for going Burger King on his lunch break when that's what he's entitled to, kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
But I don't know. If some of you that can make more sense of this, then go ahead. But BMW, you are definitely done Out Ere, and it's for being racist. That's what it's for. Come on, man. Burger King to the world, man. 16 racks, man. Big up Ryan, man. Get your money. Let's get into this outro. When you get paid out for stuff like that, is it tax free?
Oh no, you know. No idea.
It should be.
Yeah.
I think it should be. I don't know if it is.
Because if they tax it, then
I'm not too sure.
should be though, innit? Game
Yeah,
show
it
money's
should be.
tax free, innit?
That I don't
Oh,
know.
you know,
That I don't know.
Game show money's tax free, man.
completely.
Yeah, winnings on like deal or no deal and that.
But I swear the
Lottery.
yeah, that's not tax free, is it?
No, I don't think the lottery tax free, you know.
Yeah, game show money is not taxed. Gambling winnings aren't taxable also.
Yeah, see? The lottery, that means lottery's not taxing then. That's gambling. Tax free, man. Tax free, baby, baby. Come on, man. Who's getting the bookies? Well, make sure you don't go Coral because they ain't trying to pay you.
Yeah, for real.
You get me? But thanks for a great show. Thanks for pulling up. Hope you don't missed us. Hope you are ready for a new year. We're going to be here every day. Bigger, better, more beautiful.
Yes. You have to pay on anything that is settlement and stuff.
Okay.
You have to pay tax on it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you was telling. I thought you was telling me
as
this.
income tax.
I thought you was breaking the news to them that they got to start paying now. I was like, whoa, okay. We're doing that. Oh, so you're saying any settlement you got to pay tax on it?
Yeah, because it's deemed as income.
Oh, so what would his tax bracket be? What would that? What's that tax?
Oh, okay.
What's that? 30% of tax on it or something? What is it?
Hold up.
No,
I don't know what his income is.
Yeah, his income, yeah.
It's not as good as
Interesting.
16 racks. Then if tax is not as good as this. It's tough out here, man.
Yeah. It's still something. Because
No,
if
yeah.
he gets a new job now, you still got that lump sum, innit?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's better than nothing. It's tough out here though, man.
put it down on the property or something, man. Obviously, add it to what you got. If you got
Have
something.
the rates even dropped yet?
Nah, man. They haven't.
We're down bad anyway, man. You know how it goes, man. Make sure you don't like the video. Follow the community. Share the video. Get used to doing it every day. Like, share, subscribe. Put the bell on.
Retweet.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Retweet.
There's a new something on the Twitter page that Brent's putting out every single day. So
Every day?
Yeah, man. So if you can, please retweet that summary of the whole show and everything before the show as well. So you get, insight into what we're going to be talking about.
That threw me when I saw the summary of the show before the show, and I was like, okay.
There you go, man.
Wonder how you done that.
It's not a summary of the show, though. It's just the headline.
Yeah,
isn't
just
it?
say that. We're going to be chatting about it.
There will be a summary. Oh, yeah, I'm on the fence.
Well, like I said, man, get involved, man. Get involved. Keep joining the community. Keep sharing. Is there anything else? Have I told him to do everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, cool, man. We'll see you in the morning, man.
Peace.
Peace out.